Brutox, the Styracosaurus, Robo-Trucks. Fearless blue guardian, onward he trucks. With silver cone beam guns and red neon eyes, Brutox charges on as red mutants die. Brutox, the great Stegosaurus, Robo-Trucks. Red mutant titan fires with a laser beam flux. Blue against red Brutox and Gordox clash. To rule robot world, they better blast and die. Brutox, the great Stegosaurus, Robo-Trucks. Red mutant titan fires with a laser beam flux. Blue against red Brutox and Gordox clash. To rule robot world, they better blast and smash. Brutox fights with fellow blue guardian allies. Terrox and Brutox rally blues with techno cries. Battle Reptex runner and Terra Blue charge. To rule robot world, they better blast and smash. Brutox fights with fellow blue guardian allies. Terrox and Brutox rally blues with techno cries. Battle Reptex runner and Terra Blue charge. Sector slither and stun relays a discharge. Destroy the red mutants, oh Brutox bold. Radox and Gordox, the iron leaders cold. Blast their Robo-Trucks beyond rocks, jumps and creep. Crush, Spartak and Sting as their sting to read. Charging across robot world with iron tread. Radox and Gordox, the iron leaders cold. Blast their Robo-Trucks beyond rock jumps to creep. Crush, Spartak and Sting as their sin to reap. Charging across robot world with iron tread. Brutox brings with him the red mutant dread. Blue guardian Robo-Trucks with red laser core. The metallic Styracosaurus roar. Fortune technophile receiving red hate. Brutox fury burns against the red mutants great. Gordox stands in his way with steel armor thick. Brutox will coat the floor with blood oil slick. Zoidstar, locked with mighty Zoidzilla in a Zoid spot. Matched with Hornbeast, the red Zoid force. Mammoth the destroyer follows his master's course. Plotting in the shadows, Mammoth seeks control. Former blue guardian Zoid wants it all. With might unmatched with Hornbeast, the red Zoid force. Mammoth the destroyer follows his master's course. Plotting in the shadows, Mammoth seeks control. Former blue guardian Zoid wants it all. Night falls over planets, Zoidstar beyond skies. Mutants battle guardians. mid-Zoid cries, as Clark the Prince of Darkness lies in wait. Galactic conquest is his united Zoid fate. Evil and ruthless right to his Zoid core. Red Horn the Terrible leads with his roar. With his laser blast and beam cannon fire, Red Horn spells out his planet Zoidstar desire. The red mutant Zoid army falls in line. Hellrunner Spineback slimes and slither Zoid shine. Zark sea rays until it soar the sky, while tarantulas and serpents lasers fly. With his might Zoids behind, Red Horn leads the charge. Lancy and air with mammoth espionage. Red Horn the terrible and mighty Zoidzillas clash. Red against blue light, Zoidstar with laser flash. Night falls over planets, Zoidstar neon skies. Mutants battle guardians amid Zoid cries, as Clark the Prince of Darkness lies in wait. Galactic conquest is his united Zoid fate. Evil and ruthless right to his Zoid core. Red Horn the Terrible leads with his roar. With his laser blast and beam cannon fire, Red Horn spells out his planet Zoidstar